A very good afternoon to you and welcome to Lunchtime News. We are coming to you live and direct from the Newsfirst studio here in Colombo. First, a look at the headlines. Clash at the Puakpeti detention centre leaves one inmate dead. Authorities arrest 30 suspected of starting forest fire in Portugal. And on sports news, fourth day of test between Sri Lanka and Australia continues. Now to those stories in detail. The visiting Director General of UNESCO, Irina Bokova, and her delegation visited the sacred temple of the Tooth Relic in Kandy yesterday.
Irina Bokova was received by the Chief Minister of the Central Province, Arateka Nayaka. The visiting Director General of UNESCO later visited the museum at the Temple of the Sacred Tooth Relic and engaged in a tour around the temple.
We have very long-standing cooperation with Sri Lanka, both in the area of culture and protection of heritage. Sri Lanka already has 8 sites inscribed on the World Heritage. I wish to see more sites on the World Heritage list. Talking to the Minister of Education, to the Minister of Science tomorrow. We want to develop further our cooperation. We have established under the auspices of UNESCO an institute for teacher training, moving with the sciences, innovation. There is a broad spectrum of our cooperation.
Irina Bokova later headed to the University of Peradeniya. The visiting Director General of UNESCO held discussions with the Vice Chancellor of the University of Peradeniya to make the university a green university and to improve conservation.
Moving on to more local news, the delegation, including Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe, engaged in an inspection tour around the Senghu container yard, which is managed by the Shenzhen China Merchant Company. Ideas were exchanged regarding the management and operation of the Sri Lanka port and container yard, as well as how expertise could be obtained from China's only private free trade zone, which is managed by the Shenzhen China Merchant Company, so that Sri Lanka's free trade zones too can be managed and operated in a similar manner. Later, Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe and the delegation visited the Senghayu Exhibition Hall. Still in local news, a French national has died after falling off the Ravana Falls while going to bathe. The victim was 19 years old and she's Marina Fausil.
Police said that the victim had arrived in Sri Lanka on the 7th of this month for a vacation along with her parents and 3 sisters. The victim has gone to explore the Ravana Falls with her family and later move on to higher area of the fall. Police said that she had slipped and fallen while climbing up the rocks. The victim of this incident is the daughter of a French woman belonging to a family of 6 who came on a tour with me. They were initially bathing at a location where people generally bathe. After that, a girl ran up the mountain. When her mother was notified of this, she said that she cannot advise her daughter as her daughter was an adult now. After a while, a group of people there said that they saw someone falling down. After that, the residents of the area, together with the police, went and recovered the body.
Colombo District Secretary Sunil Kanangara said that the owners of 341 houses that were damaged by the Salav explosions are due to receive compensation. He added that compensation of ₹1 million had been paid for about 681 houses. The District Secretary also said that compensation for 44 houses whose estimated damages were below ₹1 million will be transferred to their owners' accounts today. ₹77 million have been allocated for this purpose. 2 persons sustained injuries in an accident that took place between Kahava and Akurala along the Galle-Colombo main road. According to our correspondent, the assistant in the lorry had sustained severe injuries in the accident that took place early this morning. A lorry transporting goods, which was plying from Colombo to Galle, had veered off the road and toppled. Our correspondent added that the injured were admitted to the Balapitia hospital. As mentioned on the headlines, an inmate was pronounced dead following a clash which erupted between two inmates at the Detention and Rehabilitation Centre in Puakpitia, Awisavela. Director General of Social Services Department Pradeep Rasratna noted that an inmate who was involved in the clash died after a cardiac arrest. He added that a special investigation is currently underway with regard to the incident. Work on two of the projects as part of the Gamma the 100-day program will commence today. One of the projects of the Gamma the 100-day program hopes to provide clean drinking water to the people of Kapithikolava and Anuradhapura. The people of Kapithikolava have been suffering with renal kidney diseases owing to a lack of clean drinking water. The foundation stone to build a water purification plant was laid at the auspicious time of 9:11 a.m. today. The village, which is home to 350 families, were given hopes of clean drinking water within a span of the next 15 days. Meanwhile, in news, in yet another project as part of the Gamma the 100-day program, work on the water project to provide clean drinking water for the people of Hambegamur commenced today. The seventh project to commence under the Tanamalvila Divisional Secretariat will allow the people of Hambegamur to have access to clean drinking water. The project will resume work in 20 days. Former media spokesperson of the LTT, Daya Master, was released yesterday subject to a number of bail conditions, including a ban on travelling outside the limits of the Northern Province.
Charges were filed against Daya Master at the Vaunia High Court under the Prevention of Terrorism Act for participating in activities of a banned terrorist organisation. Even though Daya Master was granted bail on the 10th of this month, he was produced before courts once again on the 11th as he failed to fulfill his bail conditions. He was later released subject to a cash bail of 500,000 rupees and 4 sureties of 100,000 rupees each. The passport belonging to Daya Master was taken into the custody of courts and he is required to present himself at the Jaffna police station on a regular basis as per his bail conditions.
But that's a wrap of Lunchtime News. Remember, to stay ahead, you need to stay close to News First. For that, you simply need to log on to our website, www.Newsfirst.lk. I'm Stephanie Lazarus. Your latest news update will come your way at 1:55. Good day.